Are you ready to go through my trash, you weirdo? I haven't done one of these in about 3 months, and I have really tried to make an effort to save things when I'm done with them and not throw them in the trash. I cannot say that I was 100% successful, but I do feel like I have improved a lot. So let's go through our trash, or my trash, and I'll just talk you through a little bit. This kind of video could be an hour long. It could be talking. I'm trying to make it a little bit faster, and let me know. I want to hear, you like the talking? Would you like a video like this to be 40 minutes long, or 30 minutes long, or 20 minutes long, or are you going to be okay with what we're probably going to get today, which is about 15 minutes? I am the Hooded Lid, and welcome to today's video. I'm also the _hooded_lid on Instagram, and I'd love to see you there, and I'm really loving to see you here as well, not proper English. And consider giving this video a thumbs up if you would, please. It really helps to push my video out to new people so I can be found, and I'm here to be found, you guys. So let's go through my trash. This is the Way Dry Shampoo, and this was the one they did with Byredo. It was scented like Mojave Ghost, which I love. In fact, I actually don't have it with me, but this is Way's version of Mojave Ghost, I'm telling you. This is Rue Saint-Honoré, and I do have Mojave Ghost, but it's packed away. They smell very, very similar. And it's kind of warm today, and I just love this kind of white floral thing in the warmth. It just kind of blooms and explodes, and it's yummy. And it's fun. Okay, this is going to be a long video if I keep on going. So let's just say I'm out. And even though they're not doing it with Byredo anymore, I think they're doing something else with Byredo. I forgot, despite the fact that I mentioned this in my Sephora video, that I needed to get some more dry shampoo. I have no dry shampoo. I really like this one. I don't use dry shampoo that often, but I oddly go through it a lot. Maybe I use a lot when I do use it, and I don't know that much about dry shampoo, but I do like this one. And in the trash, you probably didn't hear that. I have a lot of sunscreens, you guys. This is the Olay Regenerous Mineral Sunscreen, and as drugstore minerals go, this is pretty dang good. It's not sticky and goopy, and you know, if there's dust flying around, it doesn't just stick to your face. Thumbs up for that. It does feel light. It doesn't make my skin feel itchy, which many sunscreens that are mineral do, so that's good. It leaves a little bit of a white cast, but it's pretty good, I think, for drugstore, and you can always mix it with the Michelle tinted, so you can get a little bit of color, although the Michelle color is kind of gray. In the trash. I didn't get another one because I have so many sunscreens, case in point. Well, I can't see them right now, so we'll get to them when they get off the table. This is the May Love Moonlight Retinol Super Serum, and I am using another bottle already. Let's see if there's any left in here. This is a yellow serum. Yeah. It's retinaldehyde, which retinaldehyde you can use day and night. So Retin A is immediately available to your skin to stimulate the fibroblasts to make new collagen. Retinol has to be converted in the skin twice before it does that, and with each conversion it loses some strength. Retinaldehyde only has to be converted once. So this is a really nice way to get into retin products if you maybe have sensitive skin and Retin A is a little bit too much, or if you're just getting into it, you might want to start with a retinol and then graduate to a retinaldehyde, and then from there go Retin A. I use Retin A and I use this because my skin's a little sensitive, so every other day I use Retin A, and then I'll use this on the alternate day, or I'll use a retinol. And I love this, and yes, I have repurchased it, and it's a great price. The only thing on the market that had retinol available in the United States that I was aware of, retinaldehyde that is, was a product from Even, which I never tried, and a product from Osmosis, which I did try. And both of them are much more expensive than this one, so why not why not do that? That's what I love about that brand. It's like no must. They're not giving you stuff that you don't need. They're not packaging. They're not selling themselves as a luxury or medical grade and that kind of stuff. It just works. Okay, this is in my trash, but I think I'm going to take it out because I thought I didn't like it. This is Native in Orange Blossom, which I love, and Yuzu. Is it Yuzu or Yuzu? I'll put it down right here, which I don't love. I don't want my armpits to smell like food. So a couple of their flavors, I smell them in the store. I'm like, yeah, I can do cucumber on my arms. I'm like, no, it's wrong in every way. So I'm not gonna throw that away. I'm gonna give it another try. From Stratia, this is their serum Rewind, and this is DMAE, and I think I'm sure I've included this in a skincare video and spoke about what it is, and niacinamide. So I use this at night because niacinamide is a fabulous partner for your retin A and retinol and retinaldehyde products. And I have already repurchased, already broken into my second bottle. I just do one pump and it lasts me for a really long time because I only do it at night because I do C during the day. Splash. I have some makeup in here too, you guys. This is too small for me to read, but I know it's shade number 5. It's a concealer. It's Armani, but I'm not sure if this is the Luminous Silk or the Power Fabric. I think it's the Power Fabric. I wore it for a long time, and then one day I thought, gosh, it looks yellow. And I think, you know, as the seasons go, not only do our skins, plural, get darker and lighter, but I sometimes think certain times of the year, because the light spectrum outside becomes more blue, our undertones might look a little different, and suddenly I'm like, wow, this looks so yellow. And so I stopped using it and I moved on to other things, and it's been a couple of years. It's not that it's not good, it's just that it's no longer good, you know what I mean? So, trash. I have a lot of concealers and I don't think I need to go back to that one. Speaking of concealers, this is the original Kosas concealer. Hi, Lucy. Why don't you lay down? And their original release, everything was egregiously yellow. And about a year later, they listened to people. They came out with some more colors that were not as yellow. And for some reason, I got this yellow one, which can be a mistake. If you bought something in the wrong color and then you bought it in the right color and you keep the wrong color and you pull to it, and you're like, oh, crap. You know what I mean? So, bye-bye. No reason to keep that. This is the Del Rio lipstick that I used in my 25-year-old makeup. And I think there's stuff growing on it, you guys. I mean, I don't know what. It smells bad. I mean, I don't see stuff growing on it. Once Jamie Page did a video where she was cleaning things out and there was mold on her MAC lipstick. It just doesn't look good, and it doesn't smell good, and it's trash. Also in makeup, this is my By Terry Densalist Concealer, which for that video, for something recently, I was looking for some makeup. I don't remember the incident of. I found that I had 2 backups that were totally fresh and unopened, and this one is old and icky that I think I also found upstairs. So Lucy's like, is it food? No, baby, it's trash. Why don't you lay down? Another concealer. I'm going through it. This is the Chantecaille concealer. It's Camouflage Stilo, I believe. I've had it for a long time. There's not much left. For me, as I recall, this is a little too creamy, because as you become crepey and the skin gets thinner, if you have something too creamy, when you pat it, it like lifts the skin up. It's hard for it to get in the right place. So it's old anyway, so that's going. I'm doing fast, right? Okay, this is the Doing tint from Becca. I don't know why I kept this. I didn't really particularly like it, but it was like, it was between, well, I should keep this one or I should keep the one from Urban Decay, and for some reason I decided to keep this one. The products are very, very similar, but honestly, first of all, Becca's no longer here, and second of all, I didn't really love it, and third of all, since I have a channel, the only reason I would keep this is for the channel, and since it's no longer around, why would I do that? So, trash. skincare. This is Neova DNA Repair. I got this because Penny from Penn Smith Skincare spoke about DNA repair. In fact, she did a couple of videos on it, and one was with a doctor who did a lot of this research, and I thought, well, that's pretty darn fascinating. And if there's something you can put topically on your skin to help DNA repair itself, and that's the idea, that's pretty cool. So I decided to get this and try it. I used it every night until it was over. I think I got it for maybe a month and a half or so, and I kept it for a long time afterwards to remind myself to repurchase it. But you know, between doing the halo and doing the BBL and a couple of other things going on, I just don't feel like right now is the time to continue. I don't know that there were any changes to my skin, and again, because it takes a while for the halo to show what it's doing, and I was doing BBL as well, also makes it really hard. So I'm still investigating skin stuff from machines, and when I'm done investigating, if I've made a decision to do something else or not do something else, I will want to revisit this, and I want to give it a real try. I think just one bottle, maybe not enough for something like that. You know, there are some products you put on and you're like, oh, this isn't going to work. If it's a serum or a moisturizer, but something like this, which is claiming to really do work to your skin on the DNA level, my impression is probably going to have to give it a really fair chance going through a couple of bottles. Okay, Marvis toothpaste. Boom, boom. This is in the flavor Royal. So Marvis has, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 flavors that are always around. And I use the one that is black, that is licorice flavored. I can't remember what it's called, Amaretto, something like that. But a few years ago, they came out with limited editions of all these really interesting flavors. So I got like 3 or 4 of them. And then I went back and ordered a couple of other flavors and backups of the 3 or 4 because it's a limited edition, and I couldn't even find it in the United States. I had to get it at the Look Fantastic site, and Marvis doesn't sell. If you go to the Marvis website, it's a really pretty website. I highly recommend you go to it. It's really artistically there for me, but you can't buy there. I'm somebody who really hates brushing my teeth, you guys. I remember as a teenager brushing my teeth before going to school, and I felt nauseous. I'm like, this is a horrible way to go to school when you feel like you want to throw up because your toothpaste makes you feel sick. It was a combination of, it was Crest, I just hated it, and it was a combination of the flavor, but also it made me feel like my mouth was burning inside, and I don't know. When I was a teenager, I decided when I grow up, I'm not going to use margarine, I'm going to use butter, and I ain't going to use Crest, and I didn't. But I found Colgate to be the least aggressive and least offensive, but then Colgate started, have you noticed this, you guys? When you go to get toothpaste now, it's like 5,000 different things. This is plaque, this is for whiteness, this is for this, oh, this is for plaque and whiteness. It's like there's 500 iterations of a toothpaste, and I just want a plain toothpaste that tastes good and it doesn't burn my mouth. And when I found these, I was thrilled. And there's so many different flavors. I went and got backups of the one I liked, and then I explored some more. So I have 2 tubes down here in this bathroom and 2 upstairs in the bedroom bathroom, and I finally went through one, and it makes me enjoy brushing my teeth. Always a good thing if you're like me and you feel like toothpaste is too strong and it burns the inside of your mouth. You have to check those out. Some of them are strong, but not all of them. So I have some sunscreens. I have a lot of sunscreens that I went through. I have the Can Make Mermaid. This is one of my favorite sunscreens. I use it all the time. And the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Watery Gel. This is a new favorite. I think I started wearing this about 6 months ago and love it. And these are the 2 that I'm wearing the most right now. And I repurchase them. When I buy these, I buy them 2 at a time. That way it's not like, oh my God, now I have to wait for a week to get here. I always get 2 at a time. I rotate my sunscreens really well, so I'm never out of my favorites. But the Make Prem that I reviewed recently, and I will put that right up here, is a little bit more moisturizing than those are. Those don't feel drying on my skin, but sometimes I want that extra juice so that it's adding to my skincare, and I really like that. So that is becoming one of my favorites. I don't think I'm going to stop wearing those two, though. Gotta tell you, love them a lot. Okay, from Dermatology, I have a few things. This is the needleless serum, and I am in another bottle right now. I'm quite enjoying this one. And also the Advanced Eye Cream. Again, I bought another one, and I'm very much enjoying this one. I use 2 eye creams, just like I use 2 moisturizers. So one of them is, I think there's nothing left in here, is lighter, and then I go in with something heavier. I like to layer weights, and I do the same thing with my under eyes. So I have the Olay Hendrickson Banana Bright is my heavier one, and this is my lighter one, and I really, really love it. I never have problems with Milia anyway, but no Milia, no weirdness. It really sinks into the skin well, and I like it a lot. And yes, I have another one, the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. I know that a lot of people went off this several years ago when I guess they sold it to J&J, and J&J swears up and down they didn't make any changes. I personally did notice once in a while I would have stinging when I washed my face, but it wasn't all the time. And for somebody who was doing microneedling, I don't microneedle anymore. I might go back to it, but I haven't done it in a good 8 months. But I was doing it once a month, and I was doing Retin A and doing vitamin C and this, that, and the other thing. It would make sense to me that once in a while, it might sting me. It doesn't necessarily mean there's something, how do I say this, bad in here. It meant that my skin was in a vulnerable state. I still like this. I'm the only one. I use this very infrequently, however. I don't use it every day. So if I'm doing a double cleanse, which I don't do so much anymore, this is my second. Usually when I clean my face at night, I do a cotton pad with micellar water, which takes off a lot. And then I go in with an oil, which I feel like between those two things, I'm pretty set. But if I don't feel that I'm set and I still need to take stuff off, maybe I put on a really heavy, sticky, gooey sunscreen, then I'll do another cleanse, and that will be it. And yes, I bought another bottle. Let's see, what else do I have here, you guys? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, that is a trip through my trash, things that I'm throwing away, things that I like but I'm not repurchasing, and things that I pretty much don't like. And that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope it was entertaining for you and maybe helpful, maybe useful. I guess I'll link all the stuff down below because I don't know. And yeah. Until we meet again, be safe, be smart, and I'm wishing you good health.